Hello fashion lovers, I'm Grace and welcome to my channel. Here we share tutorials and all things fashion for women and kids, so you are definitely in the right place. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on any of our videos, so kindly hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back. I truly appreciate your love and support. Thank you. In today's video, we'll be learning how to cut this beautiful baby girl dress with gathers and nice cutting neat finishing. And if this is what you would love to learn, kindly stay tuned and watch to the end. First thing is to gather our materials together, and this is what I'm working with for the sake of this tutorial. I'll be using an Ankara fabric, a lining, and one taffeta for the upper part, your scissors, your chalk, your thread, your zipper, pins and ruler. And also the required measurement for this style is the back, the half bodies like half length, the waist measurement, the chest measurement, the full length of this dress. First thing is to fold your fabric into two like this. So I've already calculated the measurements I will be needed, like the biggest part of the body. If you watch one of these of my video, I actually explain how you can fold your fabric in such a way that you won't waste it and it will be enough, so you can check the video. So I'll fold it in a way that if I cut the chest and the whole measurements, this will be enough. So I've left 1 inch allowance for the zipper as well, which means I'll fold both back and front together. And the next thing is to take the back measurement, which you'll be measuring on the front. The front piece is the one up, so the one that has 1 inch extra, that one is the zipper allowance for the back. So I've marked the back divided by 2, which is 5, and I added 0.5 allowance. Then the neck width, which is 2.5, and I also put 0.5 in the middle. Please don't be confused, just watch closely what I'm doing. Then the front depth, neck depth is 3 inches, and I come up by 0.5 as well. So for the back, the neck depth will be 1 inch, but I will mark 0.5 allowance first, then mark the 1 inch for the neck depth. So basically I added the neck width and neck depth. For the neck, this thing I put 0.5 inward like that. So I will just create the normal neckline, like I connect them first. So it's when I want to cut it that I will add that 0.5 allowance, so don't be confused. So for the neck depth for the back, I decided to change it to V neckline for the back, and I want it deep, so I will mark 5.5, then connect the V neckline. So I will open it up to mark the same width at the back. So then I'll connect the V line to it like this. Okay, the next thing is to come down by 0.75 for this age of kids, age 6, age 5 upward, so 0.75. Then mark the armhole depth, which is 6 inches. You can divide the chest line there plus 1.5 to get the armhole depth. So that's what I mark. Then come down by 1 inch, mark the chest divided by 4, and add 1 inch sewing allowance. So don't forget to place the tape at the front, not the back. Back has 1 inch allowance. Then the next thing is to mark the half length, which is 10.5, and I'll mark it across. The half length is 10 inches, but I added 0.5 sewing allowance to it. When we join the shoulder, it will come. So after marking it across, we can now mark 1 inch. We'll come down by 1 inch from there, because kids tend to have a precision belly. Because of that, we want to create room for the belly, which is why I mark 1 inch down. Then from there, I will mark the waist divided by 4, then add 1 inch sewing allowance to it. So I'll connect the armhole like that, then bring my tape, then take the measurement from where we come down from and measure what we have, then divide it by 2. At the midpoint, I'll go inward by 0.25, then create the armhole curve like that, as you see me doing here, and also connect the shoulder slope. Okay, the next thing is to connect the waist and the chest area together, and from there we can now connect that 1 inch we came down by. We just form a slant line. Remember, I came down by 1 inch, so I will slant it to the waist line like that, then add 0.5 inches allowance from there. As you see me do, just watch closely. I just hope you understand me. All right, so we'll be adding allowance to the down part, the armhole. We've added 0.5 to the back line, so we don't need to add at the armhole area, so we add at the neck area, and the shoulder also, we've already added it to the length of the dress. So but you can create a starting line just to add shoulder on if that's possible with you, but I've already added it in the allowance. So I will add 0.5 inches as you may join, then connect it and roll it out, and then we cut it out. So when you are cutting the neck area, just raise the upper one up and cut the neck, then the back can be separate from the front. So another thing I forgot to add in this video is that we slant the front piece, so we don't need to add any 1 inch extra to the back half length. So which means you come up by 1 inch, then we just cut it off. I don't know if you understand. So we cut it straight slant to the waist. Okay, the next thing is on the zipper side. I just want to identify that 1 inch, so I will mark it, then connect the v-neck again. So we have connected to that the 1 inch that we added for the zip. So I will mark the 5.5 depth that I say, then I'll connect the v, then add sewing allowance of 0.5 at that neck area. And after adding it, we will then come to the zipper side, then mark 0.5 inches inward, then slant it to the zipper side just to make it firm at the back. So next thing, we cut the lining. So we place it same way we cut it, we place it, then we cut it out. Okay, you know the dress has the gathers at the back, which I'll be using this Ankara fabric to represent that. So what we do is we multiply our waist measurement, the normal waist measurement, multiply by 2.5. Yes, the measurement I have is about 60 something, so I will cut it by 15 inches length. So it depends on your full length. So if your full length is 30, you minus the half length, which is 10 inches that I remove, then the remaining one will be for the lower base, which is the gather. So that's how to do it. Also, don't forget to add the allowance to the upper one and the MA allowance as well. Okay, the next thing is to cut the sleeve that we want. So we measure the armhole round, and I have 8 inches there, so I will fold this Ankara fabric into 2, which is what I'm using to cut it. So I'll fold it like that, as you see me do, then mark the 8 inches, then add 0.5 inches allowance to it, then fold at that 8.5 that I marked. So I will fold it like that. So I'll place my tape to be sure that it's still 8.5. Okay, so next thing, we are working with the sleeve length. So I want it 2 inches, so I will add 0.5 inches allowance to it, which makes it 2.5, then add 0.5 inches at the edge, as you see me do. So I will create a curve, connect the 2.5 and 0.5 together, as you see me do. Just watch close. Alright, so after cutting it, this is what you should have, and I'll cut for the second sleeve. So watch again. I fold it into 2, then fold again into 4, then I'll place the one I cut before on it to cut for the second sleeve. Alright, so let's go into sewing. The first thing is to bring our front piece for both back and front. So we are joining by the shoulder, right facing right, then we sew by 0.5 inches, and I will do the same for the lining as well. Okay, so after joining the shoulder, this is what I have for the front, and I'll bring the lining, I'll open it up like this, then bring the lining as well, right facing right, shoulder to shoulder. I will use pin to hold them together, then I will stitch round, but when I get to that zip area, I will leave 1 inch allowance for the zip. So I'm not stitching directly from the end, so I will leave 1 inch before sewing it round. Okay. Alright, so after joining it together, I will notch round, then turn it inward outside, then iron it. And also for the sleeve, I will sew from one end to the other without back stitching, so that we can do our gather. So this for gather's reason, so I will do that for both. And after doing it, we can now form the gathers, and this is what it looks like. Okay, the next thing is to attach the sleeve. So I've ironed the main bodies out. The next thing is to look for the midpoint of this gather sleeve, and after looking for the midpoint, I will now put it, aligning it to the mid joining of the armhole where we will attach the sleeve. So just watch closely what I'm doing here. I will pin it to it, then for the other part that we are not joining sleeve, we will use this one that we are joining the sleeve. We will wrap it around it, make sure they meet at the center of the both joining. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So after getting the center of both joining together like this, to all the 3 centers they meet, then we pin it round the armhole like that, and we stitch around the armhole like that. And after stitching it down, this is what it looks like. Then just notch those curves area, and after notching it, we can now pull it out like you see me doing it here. So you need to pull it out, and this is what it looks like after pulling it out. Can you see how neat it looks? And we do the same thing on the other side by placing the midpoint of the sleeve, putting it, aligning it properly, then we fold inward the other side. So you need to pin them. It's pin that will help you. So you fold this one inward, the other one, then you use the lining of the second side and let it meet on that sleeve side and the main fabric. So just align them with your pins and sew it curve like that, and you pull it out as well. All right, so the next thing is to join the side, and to do that we place it like this, just the normal way it will look, but we'll open it up like this by the side, so the lining will face lining, and then just like you see me doing it, so we stitch by the allowance that we left, which is 1 inch. So after stitching it, this is what it looks like. Can you see how neat it looks and perfect? So can you see it? If you open the inside, this is how it will look as well, and we do it on the other side. And the next thing is to work on the lower part, which is the gathers. I'm prepping it here, and I will also cut lining, but the lining won't be as long as the Ankara fabric itself, so I will also form gathers for the lining as well. I will gather the lining as well. So this is where I've gathered it, and I will measure to be sure that it's gathered to the measurement of the waist. So I'll measure around the waistline, and I will find the midpoint. So after measuring around the waistline, I'll make sure it's equals to the gathered that I did. And the next thing is to get the midpoint, the center. So I will get it, then mark it, and after marking it, I will bring the gathers of the lining. So that's what I will be joining first, lining to lining. So that's what I'm doing. I will pin it, then sew it around. All right, so this is what it looks like after I've joined it, and the next thing is to do the same for the main fabric itself. I will join the Ankara to the upper part, find the midpoint just like the way we did for the line. Okay, we are almost done. So this is what the inside looks like, and you see how neat and perfect it looks. So the next thing is to put a zipper, and to put it, we note where we want it to reach, then we mark it, then we join it together. The remaining part where the zip will stop, we sew it down, and also do the same on the lining and sew it down as well. All right, so this is what it looks like after doing that. Can you see how neat it looks? And the next thing is to put our zipper, and to put our zipper, we will sew it first on the outside fabric, that is the Ankara fabric. So we place the zip like this, and we sew it like that, and after joining it, we will now fold. Just watch closely. After sewing it, I'm using pin to hold it down just to demonstrate for us. After sewing it down like that, next thing is to bring the lining of that side and place it on top of it. Can you see? This is how it should go, and you place it on top of it and sew it down like that. That's how to sew your zip inside, and it will be neat and perfect. Okay, and that will be all for this video. I hope you find it helpful. I hope you'll be trying it. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.